Hello and assalamu alaikum, my dear students at plus 7. Hope you are fine. Today we are going to learn in your agriculture book, chapter 3, agricultural equipments. This is the second part of the chapter. The chapter is about agricultural equipments. In lesson 3, you can find out the deficiency symptom of plant nutrients. Plant can suffer from nutrient deficiency for major elements expresses discernible, that is special kind symptoms are as following. I just make it as a group, that is hampered, decreases or reduces. What are they? Hampered crop production or maturity, that is nitrogen and sulfur, and these are the nutrients definitely. So seed development, nitrogen; leaves development, nitrogen; phosphorus, calcium, zinc, magnesium; development of chlorophyll, magnesium; root zone development, that is phosphorus and zinc; growth of plant and tillers, sulfur and nutrition; rate of photosynthesis, it is definitely potassium; and um, flowering and fruiting, that is phosphorus, zinc, calcium; oil crop production, it is sulfur; canopy of leaves development, phosphorus; cell division, phosphorus; protein content, phosphorus; drought or lack of water, that is drought means lack of water; tolerance, it's potassium. you know uh, rice seedlings growth, zinc, iron; resistance against disease, insect, mites, also potassium. There is plant growth, potassium, sulfur, uh, iron, phosphorus; growth of legumes, that is bean type, okay, that is growth is hampered by without calcium. Root develops in the leaves of orange, soybeans and leafy vegetables, it is for iron. Okay, these are the hampered. What is hampered over here? Okay, what is decreases or reduces? And now we are going to talk about it becomes what without this nutrient, that is without zinc. Paddy leaves whitish, discoloration fast at leaf veins, and it spreads it for without sulfur, zinc, iron, magnesium; and narrow petioles, that is stalk, brinto in Bangla, of leaves and branches, that is for magnesium; and leaves copper colored is for potassium; and leaves yellow, leaves turns to yellow, for calcium, sulfur, nitrogen, iron, magnesium. Without these nutrients it can be. Few more things to know: that is becomes leaves small for without calcium; stem dries up and becomes thin without sulfur and zinc; and leaves curl in lemons without zinc; green young leaves dull, becomes dull without iron. So this is all about lesson 3. Now start with lesson 4. Okay, lesson 4 is about essential nutrient elements for domestic animals. As you know, animal feed must contain all the essential, that means 6 nutrients, like human beings, 6 nutrient elements to support their body growth, repair of losses, and development of resistance to diseases. So let's discuss about the nutrients and the sources, and of course the functions of nutrient. So let's start with protein. So from protein we can get from pulses, oil cakes, dry fish, blood meals. And what are the functions? That is develop resistance against infection and keep healthy or fit, growth and repair of loss. Okay, these are the functions of protein. Okay, carbohydrate we can get from wheat, maize, rice straw, rice bran, that is in Bangla kura, that is molasses, in Bangla gur. What are the functions? Increase body energy and generates, restores, increase body energy and generates and restores temperature, generating temperature and restore temperature. So next one is increases growth and body activity. Okay, reduces constipation, repress. Okay, so then fat and oily substance we can get it from oil cake, soybean, groundnut, sunflower, fresh fish oil, and milk. Okay, what are the functions? Restores body temperature and energy, restores skin smoothness, and protect from skin diseases. Okay, vitamins. Okay, green grasses, peels of fruits. Peels means cover, that is kosha in Bangla, and vegetables, tree leaves. Okay, these from there we can get vitamins for animals. So number one function is vitamin D. What it what does it do? It does support uh, generation of new tissues, supports the generation of new tissues, bones and teeth. These kind of generating support by vitamin D. And vitamin A increases um, disease resistance and supports quick recovery from sickness. So these are the vitamins functions. And let's talk about minerals. So how many there are a lot of minerals, phosphorus, sodium, calcium, manganese, copper, carbon, magnesium, and zinc, iron. These all are minerals. So what are the sources? Green grass, salt treated feeds of plant origin. Salt treated feeds of plant origin and green grasses. So what are the functions? Help generation of new tissues, that is generating new tissues. Okay, and help growth and strengthening of tooth and bones. Growth of strengthening the tooth and bones for animals. Okay, helps clotting blood also. Water is life. So water is definitely needed for animals. So from where they can get from ponds, canals, rivers, underground sources drawn by deep and shallow tubewell and juicy green grass. Okay, what are the functions? It regulates body temperature, helps dissolving and digesting of food materials, reduces constipation, expels metabolic toxins from animal body through urine and sweat. The poisonous things from body, toxins. Okay, this is all about the nutrients, that is sources and functions. Let's talk about balanced feed for domestic animals. What is balanced feed? Balanced feed is all the nutrients elements are present in due proportion. That is called balanced feed. So it should be tasteful and easily digestible, and it should contain fiber and grain in adequate proportion. In a proper proportion, it is needed for the animals. The fiber rich feed. So fiber type feed, what are they? Dry, from dry sources, what are they? Rice and wheat straw, and silage, that is grass type thing, and grasses also. These are the dry type fiber rich feed. And wet type is grasses, sweet potatoes, radish, carrot, etc. Okay, then grain type, smashed rice, wheat and maize grain, bran from wheat, rice and pulses. These are all of the tiny particles of wheat, rice and pulses, and also oil cakes. So this is all about today, and I think you can understand. And if you fail to understand anything, please let me know in this class or later. Thanks for today. Allah Hafiz.